Welcome to Easy to Love Yoga with Shanna. I'm so glad you could join me today. So we're departing from our chair yoga class and we're doing something a little different today. So please come seated on your yoga mat, either on a bolster or a folded up blanket to elevate your hips slightly above your knees. Sitting nice and tall, thinking about lengthening the spine and drawing the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Having your hands rest wherever they land comfortably on your legs, let's take a moment now and close our eyes and bring our attention to our breath. Noticing as we inhale, the chest rises and then the belly rises, and as we exhale, the belly falls and then the chest falls. Let's notice our breath for the next 5 rounds of breath. Bringing your attention now to the crown of your head, let's begin a scan of our body from the crown of our head down to our toes, and just notice the sensations in our body today. And noticing if we have any areas we need to be mindful of as we move together through this slow, mindful practice. Completing the scan of our bodies and moving now our attention back to our breath for our 4 square breathing practice. Beginning with an inhale through your nose of 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain the emptiness. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, relax the shoulders. Retain. Exhale, retain. Inhale, notice your posture. Retain. Exhale, retain. Inhale, retain. Exhale, retain. Returning now to your regular breath and just notice you're breathing deeply. Keeping your eyes closed and your shoulders relaxed, let's lower the right ear towards the right shoulder, gently stretching out the left side of the neck. One more breath here. And returning to center, and this time lower the left ear towards the left shoulder, gently stretching out the right side of the neck. One more breath. Return to center. This time lifting the chin as if you were gazing up at the ceiling, lengthening the neck in front of the body. Nice lengthening of the neck. You could pucker your lips if you like for an extra stretch. One more breath. Relax the jaw. Come back to center. And this time, bring the jaw in towards the chest, stretching the back of the neck. One more breath here. Returning to center and gently open your eyes. Let's take our legs and outstretch the legs slightly. Hips are still elevated above the knees. So we're just going to take one hand down to the earth and bring the opposite hand overhead. Really stretching and reaching here, lengthening the side body. And then slowly coming into a gentle side bend, a little bit each second, coming over a tiny bit more. And when you're comfortable and you're in a nice deep bend, let's hold for 4 rounds of breath. One more breath. Returning to center, and now the hand in the sky will come down to the earth. Opposite hand comes directly overhead, really stretching, reaching here, lengthening the side body. And when you're ready, coming into a nice side bend, a little bit of time, coming over deeper and deeper. And when you're in that nice deep side bend, 4 rounds of breath. And slowly bringing that hand back to the earth. Now we're just going to take our hands, walk them behind. I want you to gently lift the chest. I want you to bring the head back, look up at the ceiling, just opening the heart. Two more breaths here. And then we're going to slowly walk those hands forward once again. And this time we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. We're going to keep them quite a distance from the body to start. So we're looking for a nice stretching sensation in the hips in this beginner pose. So we're just going to take our hands down to our ankles. If you prefer, you can hold on to your calves. You can even support underneath your knees if that feels more comfortable to have a little bit of support here. So find what works best for you today. If you have a pair of yoga blocks, you can even bring them under your knees or just prop your hands up underneath your knees for extra support as well. If you find this stretch a little too intense, we're just going to gently lean forward, thinking about relaxing the back as we relax the low back, the mid back, the upper back, and the shoulders. And just staying for a few moments here. Let's close our eyes, bring our awareness and attention to our breath. Breathing deeply. Two more rounds of breath here. And as you open your eyes, slowly allow your hands to glide back up to your knees. And then we're just going to bring our legs directly in front of the body, just pointing those toes up towards the ceiling. We're just going to take a moment here, bring our hands down to the earth, and slowly walk them forward, keeping a nice straight spine here as we gently lean forward into the legs in this caterpillar pose. Closing our eyes once again and just taking a moment to look inward and focus on our breath. As we inhale, thinking about inhaling love. And as we exhale, exhale peace. Inhaling love, exhaling peace. Two more rounds of breath here. And slowly walking the hands back as we open our eyes. Beautiful. Now we're going to come up off of our bolster and we're just going to lie back onto our mat. We're going to use a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a necktie. So we're just going to lie back onto the mat. We're going to take that strap around the sole of one foot. Lie back on the mat and hold the strap in both hands. Now the leg is slightly bent at the knee, the foot is flexed in the strap. There's two options for your other foot. You can have the knee bent with the foot flat on the earth to give you extra support for your back, or if you're comfortable, you can extend that leg out fully, just remembering to keep the heel, the calf, your glute, and your shoulder flat on the mat. So we're going to simply take that strap and draw the foot in the strap closer to the wall behind us, feeling a nice stretch coming up through the glutes into the hamstrings. Breathing deeply here and just allowing yourself an opportunity to close your eyes and focus inward on your breath. 2 more breaths here. Now releasing some of the tension on the strap and bringing both ends of the strap into the same hand as the extended leg. We're going to slowly lower that leg to that same side, resting the elbow on the floor to help support the weight of your leg. We're stretching the inner thigh and groin here, so we don't want to overstretch. So this acts, your elbow acts like a kickstand, supporting the weight of your leg. Now remember the opposite leg that's outstretched on the mat right now. The heel, the calf, the glute, and the shoulder are flat on the mat. Closing your eyes, again, take the opportunity to focus inward on your breath. Two more breaths here. Beautiful, and let's slowly draw that foot to center. Now both ends of the strap come into the opposite hand. We're going to keep our low back flat on the mat. This is not a twist that we're performing, so low back stays on the mat. We're going to use the strap and draw the foot in the strap 5 to 6 inches to the opposite side. Feeling a nice stretch come up through the glutes into the hamstrings and also including the IT band. Closing your eyes and once again focusing on your breath. Two more rounds of breath here. Slowly bringing that leg back to center. Strap into both hands. Let's bring the opposite foot up into the strap and take the other leg. Once again, you have the option of keeping that foot flat with the knee bent to support your back or extending that leg out fully, having the heel, calf, glute, and shoulder flat on the mat. Keeping the knee slightly bent, foot flexed in the strap. Let's use the strap to draw that foot towards the wall behind us as we stretch the glutes and hamstrings. Closing your eyes, focusing inward on our breath. And just taking a moment to notice here in your own body, if you're noticing if one side felt a little bit tighter than the other. It's perfectly normal. In yoga, we always practice doing a pose in each direction to help build balance. Two more breaths here. Beautiful. Now bring both ends of the strap into the same hand as your extended leg. We're going to lower that leg to the side, bringing the elbow to the floor to help support the weight of the leg as we stretch the inner thigh and groin. Make sure that the opposite leg, your heel, your calf, your glute, and your shoulder are flat on the mat here. Again, closing your eyes, focusing inward on the breath. Inner thigh and groin stretch. Two more breaths here. Let's draw that foot to center. Bring both ends of the strap into the opposite hand. Once again, low back stays on the floor. This is not a twist. We're going to take the foot in the strap 5 to 6 inches to the other side. You can rest the elbow on the floor here, holding you here as we stretch the hamstrings, the glutes, and the IT band. Closing your eyes, again focusing inward on your breath. Two more rounds of breath here. And slowly coming back to center. Strap in each hand, both feet come up into the strap. We're going to draw the soles of our feet together in the strap. We're going to wrap the strap around our hands and draw the feet in towards the body in a nice butterfly shape. Just holding the shape, trying to keep the low back on the mat. Focusing on our breath. Two more breaths here. And gently unwind the strap, allowing one foot to come down to the mat, followed by the other, and simply take that strap away and set it aside. So keeping your feet hip width apart here, bringing your arms into a T. Let's just windshield wiper the legs from side to side, releasing any tension we might be holding in our hips or our low back. Just taking your time with this gentle movement. Once more to each direction, and then we'll pause at center. Beautiful. Pausing at center, bringing your feet together and bringing your knees together. Arms once again in a T. We're going to lower both knees to one side, allowing them to stack one on top of the other. Then I'd like you to gaze over the opposite shoulder. So you are looking in the opposite direction of the knees, introducing a nice gentle twist to the body. Just taking a moment here to notice how this pose feels in your body, any sensations you might be noticing. And if you'd like a little extra here, you can take the top leg, you can extend it out and have it hover, or you can bring that toe down to the earth. Just make sure you keep your shoulder blades flat on the mat. Two more breaths here. Now if you've extended that top leg, let's restack them once again, one on top of the other. And then we're going to slowly come back to center and just take 2 rounds of breath here and just notice the sensations in the body. Keeping the feet and the knees together, let's lower them to the opposite side. Once the legs are stacked, looking in the opposite direction towards the hands so that the gaze is in the opposite direction of the knees. Closing your eyes, taking a moment here. Focus on your breath. Notice the sensations in your body. If you'd like a little extra here, you can extend the top leg out and have it hover, or have it touch down to the earth. Just keep the shoulder blades flat on the mat if you do so. Alternatively, you could have a folded blanket, a block, or a bolster that you're landing your foot on rather than touching down to the earth. Having something, keep that foot elevated. Two more breaths here. If you've extended that top leg, let's restack the legs once again. And then we're going to slowly come back to center. Feet are flat on the floor. Just taking a moment here to notice the sensations. Breathing deeply, noticing the belly rise on the inhale. Let's slowly extend our legs out the length of our mat and draw our arms overhead. Just taking a moment here, really stretching and reaching in both directions. We're going to come into a gentle banana shape. We're going to take one hand, walk it over slightly, followed by the next until the top of the body begins forming a banana shape. And then we'll do the same thing, walking the feet a tiny bit at a time until we're actually assuming a nice banana shape. Holding here, thinking about breathing deeply, noticing the belly rise on the inhale. Noticing any other sensations you feel in the body as we take this pose. Are you noticing any areas of tension that needs to be released? Just focus on those areas. Two more rounds of breath here. Coming out of this pose very slowly. Once again, walking the hands back directly overhead a little bit at a time, and then follow with the feet, walking them over a little bit at a time until you're fully stretched out the length of your mat. Once again, lengthening in both directions. Let's start moving in the opposite direction with the hands first, taking them over a tiny bit at a time, and then follow with the feet, taking them a tiny bit at a time until you've assumed that nice banana shape, and then getting ready to settle in here. Focusing on your breath, noticing the sensations in your body on this side. Two more rounds of breath here. And again, coming out of this pose slowly, first with the hands a little bit at a time until they're stretched out overhead, and then the feet. Beautiful. And slowly allowing the hands to slide on the earth and bringing them back down beside your body, either palms down or palms up, whichever you find most comfortable. Allowing your feet to just fall loosely to the sides. Maybe wiggle your toes for a little bit, just releasing any tension you might be holding here. Noticing the support of the earth below you, fully supporting you in this relaxing position as we get ready to settle in for our final resting pose. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Noticing the belly rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. Relax your toes, the soles of your feet, and your heels. Relax your ankles, your shins, and your calves. Relaxing your knees and your upper leg, the hamstrings, the inner and outer thigh, and the quads. Relaxing your glutes and your hips. Relaxing your low back and belly. Relax your mid-back. Relax your upper back and chest. Relax your shoulders and notice if you're holding any tension in your shoulders. As we travel down our arms, relaxing our biceps and triceps. Relax your elbows and forearms. Relax your wrists, palms of your hands, and your fingers. Beginning at your fingertips, working in reverse, relaxing the entire arm all the way back to the shoulders. Relax your shoulders. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw. Relax your cheeks. Relax your eyes. Relax your forehead. Relax the crown of your head. Fully letting go to the support of the earth below. Nothing to do but breathe. Bringing your attention once again to the crown of your head. Let's begin a final scan of our body all the way down to our toes. And noticing without judgment how we're feeling after this slow movement practice. What sensations are you noticing in your body today? Completing the scan of our body and bringing our awareness again to our breath. Again, noticing the belly rising on the inhale, falling on the exhale. I invite you to stay in this gentle resting pose for as long as you feel comfortable doing so today. I'd like to thank each of you for participating in this class, for sharing your energy with this practice. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.